Stephen Bruce Conley told the detective the cyclist came out of nowhere as his dump truck made a right turn onto Lyon Street and fatally struck Nusrat Jahan. Conley pleaded not guilty this week to dangerous driving and criminal negligence causing death in the Sept. 2016, fatal crash. On Tuesday, Conley's non-jury trial heard an audio-recorded statement he gave police in the hours after the crash, which happened shortly before 8 a.m. as his Tomlinson truck made a right turn from Laurier Avenue onto Lyon Street. Jahan, the daughter of a diplomat from the Bangladesh High Commission, was riding in a dedicated bike lane that morning on her way to college classes. The collision and the ensuing public outcry became the catalyst for a City of Ottawa safety audit of downtown streets. Det. Const. Bruno Gendron, the lead investigator who conducted the 14-minute interview with Conley that morning, told court he first led Conley to a police cube van, shielded from view of the numerous bystanders who had assembled on rush-hour streets and on high-rise balconies at the bustling intersection. It turned green. I looked in my mirror 3 times and proceeded to go, Conley told the officer, his voice calm. That's when it happened. I heard a crunch. Gendron and other first responding officers testified Conley appeared stunned and in shock when they first arrived on scene to find Conley still in the driver's seat, staring blankly. Police did not detect any signs of drugs or alcohol and said Conley appeared to understand as he was read his rights and told he could face either Highway Traffic Act or criminal charges. He volunteered his statement that morning after declining to first speak to a lawyer, Gendron testified. He told the officer he only realized he had struck someone after stopping and exiting the truck as bystanders screamed and flailed their arms to get his attention. I got out right away. I didn't know what people were yelling about, Conley said. That's when I saw the person underneath. Conley, then 38, had been driving trucks for about 4 years, and for about 1 year with Tomlinson when he arrived at a Bay Street job site that day to swap his empty disposal bin for a full one, then continued eastbound on Laurier. Witnesses testified Monday they saw the red commercial truck stop at the intersection on a red light, then make a wide right turn, as the light turned to a green arrow, indicating forward traffic only. An eyewitness driving directly behind the truck testified she saw no turn signal and was surprised the truck made the turn. It was green, Conley insisted in his police statement. I was in the right lane. I made the right turn. I saw the light change, he said. I waited a few seconds. I always wait a few seconds. I know downtown pretty good and I know there's lots of bikes. Conley told the officer he was not driving his truck that day after his had broken down, but added the vehicle was pretty much the same as all the rest of them. The previous day was a normal work shift. Conley said he finished around 5:30 p.m. and went home to spend time with his child and his niece and nephew. He told the officer he had maybe a beer that evening, and that he has never touched drugs in my life. When you're driving a vehicle, especially a truck like this, you have to be focused, Conley said. Conley told the detective before making the turn, he checked his 3 mirrors, including the passenger door mirror and the convex blind spot mirror mounted on the hood. I made sure no one was going by me, he said. I didn't see her at all. If I had seen her I would have stopped. I don't know where she came from. I really don't, Conley said. He heard an eyewitness tell an officer at the scene, she came out of nowhere. I heard a crunch, then heard a bunch of people screaming and gesturing, and I just seen people start running, he said. It's not something you want to see going on around your truck, and seeing someone underneath. Before releasing Conley at the end of the interview, Gendron asked if he had anything to add. I really feel sorry for the family, he said. His trial continues.